welcome. This is TV1 Pentathlon Season 2.
Pentathlon.
Well, today indeed is going to be a very interesting game and also a very decisive game. We say that because today is the day where fate will befall based on the talents of the two schools who will be competing on this very stage to find out who will be getting closer in securing the top spot within the top school, 4 schools. That is for the quarterfinals, which is the final game of the quarterfinals. With that being said, well, it is indeed going to be an interesting game. So how does the layout look like today?
Well, let's get started by introducing our two schools because we have two girls' schools who both come from the same hill country of Sri Lanka. So we'll get started by introducing the first school, which is Girls High School Kandy.
Well, we have one school on stage. It's time for us to find out who their opponents are. Once again, from the hill country, let's put our hands together for girls from Pushpadana Girls School Kandy. Well, we have both teams on stage ready to take on each other. So it's an all-girl team and I'm sure things are going to get very tensed up and both teams are smiling as of now, but we'll have to wait and see whether the smile will remain. Krishma, do we start with the left hand or the right hand to find out how the preparation has been?
Well, let's start off with the right.
Okay.
And we have Metmi, who's the captain of Girls High School. So this is a very decisive game for you guys. How are you feeling today?
A little bit anxious, but we hope to do our best.
All right, that's fantastic. What about that side?
We'll find out directly to the captain of Pushpadana. How does it feel?
I'll say that we feel positive and we hope to give them a good challenge.
Well, positivity is of course a good thing. So with all that positivity and the good vibes coming into play, it's time for us to kickstart today's game. But before that, it's time for us to introduce our judge who will be engaging in a very crucial role in undertaking and finding out who is the best school to take it to the next round. So let's all put our hands together for Mrs. Ayoma Damayanti, who is working as a resource person in the Ministry of Education. Well, it's time for the toss-in, so I guess we'll ask the captain from Pushpadana, or is it going to be girls from the high school?
Your choice.
My choice. Okay, so my choice is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's start off. Okay, right. So are you going to select TV1 or is it going to be Pentathlon?
We'll go with Pentathlon.
Pentathlon is what they select, which means we'll be going with TV1. Let's find out. It is TV1, which means favoring side. It is you indeed. So what's going to happen? Are you going to go first or are you going to follow?
We will follow.
You're going to follow?
Yes.
Okay, so they decided to follow. Why wait? Let's shake hands and start things off.
In our first round, each of our teams gets to send forward 3 co-players. These players then have a challenge to balance a table tennis ball on a table tennis bat while at the same time answering a series of questions within 30 seconds. Each correct answer gives them 5 points, and if the team is able to answer 10 questions or more correctly, they get a further bonus of 10 points.
Well, those are the rules and regulations of round 1, so we'll shift our attention to Kitmi from Pushpadana, who is the captain. Who are your 3 co-players?
It will be Damisha, Yashoda and Dharani.
And who's coming in first?
Damisha will be coming.
Let's put our hands together. Damisha, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, here you go. You got 30 seconds to deal with, and your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Name the US president in the turn of the 21st century.
Bill Clinton.
Correct. In which year did the world population exceed 6 billion?
1991.
Wrong, 1999. Who wrote the novel 100 Years of Solitude?
Gabriel Garcia Marquez.
Correct. Who holds the world record for men's 400 meters?
Pass.
It's Wade van Niekerk. In which year did 20th century social revolution by Spanish workers? The question's answered.
Well, it's time for us to move on to the opponents and ask the captain, who are your 3 co-players?
It's Achara, Sajini and Nuha.
And who is coming in first?
Achara.
Let's put our hands together first. Are you ready? You are ready. So you got the same rules and regulations, and your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Name which Prime Minister in the turn of the 21st century?
Tony Blair.
Correct. In which year did the world population exceed 7 billion?
2011.
Correct. Who wrote the novel A Farewell to Arms?
Ernest Hemingway.
Correct. Who holds the world record for women's 400 meters?
Marita Koch.
Correct. In which year did the American Revolutionary War start?
1775.
Correct. Your questions are up.
Amazing. Well, that was indeed a good rapid fire answering round. Let's find out who is coming in next from
Yeah, sure they will
Pushpadana.
be coming. Yeah, sure they will be.
Okay, let's put our hands together. Are you going to be better than the opponent? Yes, of course. Okay, so you got 30 seconds to deal with, and your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
What is the largest lake in South America?
Titicaca.
Correct. Which scientist presented the concept black hole in 1967?
John Wheeler.
Correct. Name the biggest and highest earning Hollywood studio at present.
Disney.
Correct. The first talkie, The Jazz Singer, was screened in which year?
1927.
Correct. Which country won the most gold medals in the 1988 Olympic Games?
Soviet Russia.
It's Soviet Union. We'll give it to you. All right, your time is up.
Very good. Well, this is why we call it is a very competitive game. So let's find out from the opponents who is coming in next.
Sajini.
Let's put our hands together for her as well. You're ready? Okay, so your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
What is the longest river in South Africa?
Nile.
Wrong.
River Range.
We can't accept that. In E equals MC squared, what does M stand for?
Mass.
Correct. Hit movie IT was based on a novel written by which author?
Pass.
It's Stephen King. In which decade did the Cannes Film Festival start?
1940s.
Correct. How many Sri Lankan bowlers have taken over 300 wickets in ODIs?
4.
Correct. Your questions are up.
So let's find out how the final player from Pushpadana works it off. Who is coming in?
Dharani will be coming.
Let's put our hands together. Dharani, are you ready?
Yeah.
There you go. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Who painted the creation of Adam?
Michelangelo.
Correct. Khalid Isambuli assassinated which Egyptian leader?
Anwar Sadat.
Correct. In which year did Yuri Gagarin become the first man to go to space?
1961.
Correct. Who wrote the play Cat on a Hot Tin Roof?
Tennessee Williams.
Correct. Gymnastic champion Nadia.
Romania.
The answer is correct, but the question is gymnastic champion Nadia Comaneci is a native of which country? The correct answer is Romania.
Well, Trishma, it already feels like it is
The finals.
The finals. I don't know why we're feeling that way, but we got just one more girl to show off her colors in this round. Who is coming in?
Nuha.
Let's put our hands together for Nuha. Nuha, it's a challenge. Okay, you got 30 seconds. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Who painted The Birth of Venus?
Pass.
It's Sandro Botticelli. Who was the first General Secretary of the UN?
Trigvili.
Correct. In which year was Pluto classified as a dwarf planet?
2015.
Wrong, 2006. Who wrote the play The Crucible?
Pass.
It's Arthur Miller. Tennis champion Novak Djokovic is a native of which?
Serbian.
Correct. Your questions are up.
Well, that's how round 1 comes to an end. Both schools were very good in what they did, but we never know how the scores look like. We have some amazing rounds coming up just for you, and also we'll have the scores at the end of round 1. Stay tuned, keep it locked. This is TV1 Pentathlon Season 2.
Pentathlon.
We're now here to tell you what the results look like at the end of that round. Let's get started with the scores from Girls High School Kandy. In the first round, they scored themselves 75 points. And meanwhile, the girls from Pushpadana Girls School Kandy, in the first round, they have scored themselves 80 points.
Well, at the end of round one, a very close result, which we just heard and, of course, saw. Just 5 points away between the two schools. Well, both schools are still smiling and enthusiastic to see how well they perform in rounds to come. So let's progress to round two, which we call Express.
To impress. Well, our second round is really a very creative round because each of our teams is provided with a story lead which they then have to act out and develop in order to impress our judge today. So, without further ado, let's go over to Pushpadana Girls' School and find out what's the topic that they picked for themselves. Once upon a time, in a village in Sri Lanka, there lived a rich landlord. He owned many farms, fields and forests. He owned so much land that the peasants of the village treated him as their chief. And then...
Oh my god, it's getting late. I will go and meet the village chief. That thief, Puhami. Oh no, yo, Puhami, what are you doing? Get down here. Where are you going? Where are you going? What are you doing?
Sir, I'm on the way to my home.
Oh,
so
your home is on the street. Oh, no, I know. Just get out of here. Get out of here, you
person, he's
such
a stingy man.
I didn't think that he's like that. Chicory, let's go village headman's farm to catch some chickens.
I'm afraid.
Oh, don't be afraid. Come on. You two, stop there. Hey, landlord is coming. Kneel down. Kneel down. Go eating my farms. Kneel down. I said kneel down.
Please,
you people. Who's that man? Because of him, you're gonna get saved today. Get out of here.
Excuse me?
Yeah, sir. What do you want?
I'm really feeling sad about it.
You don't know what happened here, sir. No, just listen to me, sir.
Oh, no. Hey, where are you going, guys?
Don't you know that landlord is going to distribute his properties among us?
That stingy man? Are you joking? No, he protected all his properties for us, for our well-being.
Oh my god, I can't believe that.
Just imagine.
He was very stingy and selfish earlier period. Now he's became very kind.
Oh, is that so? I'll
If
think
you
about
want,
that.
if you want, you also can come. It's getting too late. Come on. Oh, come, my dear villagers. All the time you thought that I was a rude and ill-bred man, but I did all of this for you. I protected all my lands for you. I know that there's no use of keeping all of this for myself.
We can't expect what the person is like by looking at his external appearance. Just like we can't predict the content of a book by looking at its cover, as well as we have to all appreciate the good qualities of everyone.
Well, the girls from Pushpadana Girls' School from Kandy were able to even finish a few seconds before the allocated time period. Well, of course, you can never judge the book by its cover. Something very powerful put out there by the girls. And I think the best part was to see how the two girls were going to catch some chicken. Very nice. Very well put. I'm sure if you score points, you might score for that. Personal judgment. Okay, so let's move on to the opponents and find out what topic they pick for themselves.
Nilu could never control her hunger. Her mouth always appeared to be a grinder, constantly grinding away. And then...
Mrs. Pereira, did you hear what has happened to this Nilu girl? Something terrible has happened. Guys.
Nilu? You're still eating? I thought you just finished your 2 eggs, rice, cereals, hoppers and string hoppers. And now you're eating this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Are you here to take her to the school?
Yes.
Okay. This is your lunch.
Okay.
Ooh, more food.
Yes.
Yum. And remember, don't talk to strangers and don't accept anything from strangers, okay?
Okay, Mom.
Now go to school. Bye.
Wait. Okay.
Always eating. What's wrong with you?
Food is delicious, okay?
Ooh, a BMW. Whoa, wonder who's in it. Who's that?
Whoa, he looks mysterious.
I'm sorry, sir, but who are you?
They call me the Big Bad Wolf.
Ooh, that's an interesting name. So we're late for school. We're gonna get going. Bye.
Oh, wait a minute, kid. You seem to be liking to eat a lot. So, would you like a toffee?
No, you can't eat that. Remember what your mother told you? You can't eat everything a stranger gives you.
I can remember that. Feeling a little dizzy. Like I'm in a roller coaster.
What's in this thing?
You'll
Found a
see.
toffee.
You'll see.
I found a toffee. I found a toffee. Someone help!
Just now.
Someone help, please!
Nilu, what's wrong with you?
Well, I guess they were too busy eating and they forgot to give the last most powerful line. Don't eat anything what a stranger gives. It's not conveyed, but we'll see how the whole timing, because the most needed, the payoff line was done just after 2 minutes. But we never know how the scoring goes on. Let's find out and shift attention to our judge for today's game and find out the result.
Pushpadana Girls High School has scored 82 marks. Girls High School Kandy has scored 88 marks.
Well, we've just heard the judge give her verdict, and now let's take a look at what the cumulative score is at the end of 2 rounds. We see that Pushpadana Girls School Kandy have scored themselves 162 points. And meanwhile, we have Girls High School Kandy scoring themselves 163 points.
Well, the scoreboard looks amazing because it's just 1 point away. Who will get closer in securing that spot? Having points like this is very tough and very competitive. Well, we are yet to find out who will be securing that spot. But before that, to do all that, we need to progress in the rounds to come. So let's move on to our third round, which we call Word
The basket. In our third round, each of our teams gets to send forward 3 co-players. The team is then given a word which is 12 alphabets long with several of the letters covered. In order for them to unlock an alphabet and correctly guess the word, they have to successfully net the ball into the basket. Each successful netting gives them 10 points, and if they're then able to guess the word, that gives them a further of 70 points.
Well, those are the rules and regulations of round 3, Word the basket. So without much further ado, let's find out the word which is picked up by the girls from Pushpadana.
This is word number 10.
Well, the girls from Pushpadana has picked out word number 10. I would like to ask you, Kitmi, who are your 3 co-players for this round?
It will be Yashoda, Damisha, and Netne.
Well, those are her 3 co-players for this round. Let's take a look at word number 10. Well, we start off with a blank E, 2 spaces V, 2 spaces O, 2 spaces T, and another space at the end. Kitmi, you now saw your word. Who are you sending in first, and what is that letter she would like to unlock?
Yashoda will be coming for the blank after E.
Okay, let's put our hands together. Who is coming in next, and what is the letter she would like to unlock?
Damisha will be coming for the first blank.
Let's put our hands together. Well, another successful basket by the girls from Pushpadana. Your final player, who's coming in?
Netne will be coming for the blank between I and V.
Okay, come forward. Well, that was not a successful attempt. Are you going to send in additional players, which will subject
No, you
to
can
deduction of points if she's not able to score the basket?
Yep, Dharani will be coming for the blank after V.
Okay, sending an additional player. Let's put our hands together. Well, it was a close basket, but however, It was not a successful one. Are you going to send in your final player? Or are you
Yeah,
going to decide
yeah.
what the word is?
Yeah.
Sending another
send the
player.
next player. I'm coming for the blank before O.
Okay, let's put our hands together for the captain. Well, the captain was not very confident that she would be able to get a successful basket. However, seems like she was able to. Now you're down to deciding what the word is. You have 2 unsuccessful attempts and 3 successful attempts. However, one was an additional player which you sent in. Well, the time starts for me to begin the countdown. 5,
Let's see.
4,
Okay.
3, 2, 1.5, 1. Pushpadana Girls School, Candy, your time is up. Did you ever have an idea what the word was?
Not really.
What did you guess?
We're not actually guessing anything.
Something close. What was the word?
There's no close one.
Nothing close. Because you just had like 3 empty spaces plus 2 locked letters. No idea.
Not really.
Maybe this would have been your turning point to score more than your opponents. However, it was an unsuccessful one. Let's find out what the word is. Reinvigorate is the word which the girls couldn't answer. However, let's put our hands together for the effort. Took part in that. Let's find out from the opponents what number they picked for themselves.
Word number 1.
Well, word number 1 is what the captain from Girls High School, Candy, has picked for her team. Let's ask and see who the 3 co-players are.
Ayumi, myself, and Sajini.
Those are the 3 co-players. So let's find out the word which is they picked for themselves. A blank to start off with, R, 2 blanks, T, 2 blanks, R, 2 blanks, I, and another blank at the end. Who are you sending in your first?
Ayumi's.
Okay, and what is the letter?
The blank after the first R.
Okay, let's put our hands together. Well, that was not a successful one. Who's coming in next, and what is the letter you would like to unlock?
I will be coming in for the first letter, first blank.
Okay, let's see how well it goes. Let's put our hands together. Not a successful one again. Who's coming in? Your final player. And what is the letter?
Sajini will be coming in for the blank before T.
Let's see how well it goes. Let's put our hands together. Three unsuccessful attempts with the girls from Girls High School, Candy. Captain, are you going to send in additional players, or are you going to decide what the word is?
Okay, we are going to guess.
You're going to guess what the word is. Okay, with all those unsuccessful attempts and also spaces, the girls have decided that they are going to reveal the word. Let's find out. Spell it out.
The word is aristocratic. A-R-I-S-T-O-C-R-A-T-I-C.
You sure?
Fairly sure.
Fairly sure. But three unsuccessful attempts and not a single letter was revealed. Still you all are confident?
Quite confident. Yeah.
What is it, the word?
Aristocratic.
Everyone say it together.
Aristocratic.
Very sure?
Quite sure.
Okay. Why 10's much more? Let's find out if the girls are lucky. Aristocratic is the correct answer. Well done. So there you go. We have the girls from Girls High School, Candy, guessing what the word is, and also We have a little bit of dull faces from the other side, but things could change because we got 2 more interesting rounds, and also we'll have the scores at the end of 3 rounds. Keep it locked. Stay tuned. This is TV1 Pentathlon Season 2.
Hello and welcome back. You are watching TV1 Pentathlon Season 2 and we are now in the final quarter-final between the 2 very talented girls' schools of Girls High School Kandy as well as Pushpadana Girls School Kandy. We finished 3 rounds and we are here now to let you know what the results look like at the end of round 3. Let's get started with the scores from Pushpadana Girls School Kandy. At the end of round 3, their score is 172 points. And meanwhile, from Girls High School Kandy at the end of round 3, their points are 233 points.
Well, the massive lead by the girls from Girls High School's Kandy is all because they were able to guess the word and they have been able to now surpass the 200 mark. Well, girls from Pushpadana, don't worry, keep your hopes high because we got 2 more interesting rounds. And let's move on to our 4th round, which we call Target
Your Knowledge.
So let me take you through all these colors and tell you what subjects these colors represent. On blue, we got sports and games. On green, we got geography. Purple is for literature. And on yellow, we got art and entertainment. On orange, we got history. On red, we got science and technology. And of course, here you go. The white one is called Trump, where you could select any of the subjects which I just mentioned. With that, let's find out from the girls from Pushpadana who will be going in first in this round as well, who the 3 co-players are.
Players will be myself, Yashoda and Dharani.
And who's coming in first?
I'll be coming.
The captain steps forward. Let's put our hands together. You ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Almost a trump, but missed. The next chance. 3, 2, 1, go. Once again, missed. Last chance. 3, 2, 1, go. The round didn't start off very well for the girls from Pushpadana. It's time for us to find out from the captain of Girls High School Kandy who the 3 co-players are.
The 3 co-players are Nuha, myself and Arimi.
And who's coming in first?
Nuha.
Nuha is coming in first. Let's put our hands together.
You've got literature. Would you like to go in for a double?
No.
Okay, let's take a look at your visual. Name this American novelist, literary critic and scholar who is best known for his novel Invisible Man. Your options are A. Ralph Ellison, B. Waldo Emerson, C. H.G. Wells, or D. Langston Hughes.
The answer is C.
C. H.G. Wells. I said there was a lot of confusion here. So are you sure about your answer?
Yes.
One person disagrees. Your answer, H.G. Wells, is incorrect. The correct answer is Ralph Ellison.
A little bit of something just went off by the girls. Well, 4 said yes to the correct answer, but someone said no. But she's still with like a face. You know what? I think I told the answer, but you didn't agree. Okay, so that's how the game moves on. Let's move on to the girls from Pushpadana. They're in a little bit of a sad situation. Don't worry. Breathe well and go for it. Okay? Who's coming in next?
Yashoda will be coming.
You're ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
You've got literature. Would you like to go in for a double?
Yes, we're gonna double.
Okay. Let's take a look at your visual. and dramatist who was one of the most significant figures of 20th century Chinese literature and best known for his novel, Rickshaw Boy. Your options are A. Lu Xun, B. Mao Dun, C. Ba Jin, or D. Lao She.
Tell me something's wrong with house. What's the D? The answer is C. C.
C. Ba Jin. This is an answer for a double. And if your answer is incorrect, there will be negative points. You've answered C. Ba Jin. That is the incorrect answer. The correct answer is D. Lao She. There's negative points for this answer.
It was a double and they answered incorrectly, which means their score is just going to go a little bit more down. But sometimes, carefully, if you take your decisions, it works out well. Let's see whether the girls are able to capitalize on the downfall of Pushpadana. Who's coming in next?
I'm coming.
2, 1, go.
You've got arts and entertainment. Would you like to go in for a double?
No, thank you.
Okay, let's take a look at your visual. Called The Card Players, this painting is one of a series of oil paintings by which artist? Your options are A. Paul Cézanne, B. Paul Gauguin, C. Paul Revere, or D. Paul Anka.
The answer is A.
A. Paul Cézanne is the correct answer.
Well, I guess it was a good guess by the girls from Girls High School Kandy. Let's move on and find out how the girls from Pushpadana make use and utilize very well on their final choice when it comes to the fourth round. Who's coming in? Well, both attempts were not successful, but now are you ready to make the change? Okay. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Well, it was a slow ball. The second attempt. 3, 2, 1, go. Unsuccessful attempt. The final attempt. 3, 2, 1, go. Three unsuccessful attempts. Well, which means it is a disqualification. And the round has not been very well favoring to the girls, but that's how the game moves on. Let's find out who comes in next from Girls High School Kandy.
Ayumi.
Well, it is purple, which is literature, but however, you got that opportunity before, which means you have to go in for another try. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, it is Trump, which means they could pick a subject of their choice. Let's see what subject they get for their school.
All right, so it's a trump. What's the subject you're selecting?
We choose geography.
And do you want to go in for a double?
No, thank you.
All right, let's take a look at your visuals. This famous building called the Dancing House is located in which city? Your options are A. Kiev, B. Budapest, C. Prague, or D. Belgrade.
Let me count the time.
The answer is D.
D. Belgrade. That is the incorrect answer. The correct answer is C. Prague.
It's time for us to focus attention on the scoreboard and find out how both schools, which is Pushpadana and Girls High School Kandy, have fared at the end of 4 rounds. Let's find out.
We now have the scores at the end of round 4. Let's get started with the scores from Pushpadana Girls School Kandy. At the end of 4 rounds, their score is 157 points. Meanwhile, Girls High School Kandy at the end of 4 rounds, their score is 258 points.
Well, that is how the scoreboard looks like now at the end of 4 rounds. Well, a little bit of a tragic situation for the girls from Pushpadana. However, things could change because we got the final round to select and for us to know who will be lucky enough to secure one of the spots, as this is the final game of the quarterfinals. So let's move on to our 5th and final round, which we call the buzzer round.
We're now in the 5th and final round, the buzzer round. The rules are very simple. We have 10 questions and each correct answer gives the team 10 points. Let's get started with question number 1. Due to doping conviction of a teammate, Usain Yashoda.
2008 Beijing Olympics.
Can you repeat the answer?
2008 Beijing Olympics.
Usain Bolt lost one of the gold medals he won at which Olympic Games? The correct answer is 2008 Beijing Olympics. We move on to question number 2. Name the founding director of the Federal Bureau of Investigations in the USA. Damisha?
Gahua.
That's the correct answer. Question number 3. Name the first spacecraft to success. Dharani?
Viking 1.
The first spacecraft to successfully land on Mars. The correct answer is Viking 1. Question number 4. Name the only country other than Sri Lanka, Dharani,
England.
to have crossed the 900 runs in a test innings. The correct answer is England. Question number 5. Which country has won the most gold medals in boxing in Olympic Games after the United States? Netmi
Cuba.
is the correct answer. Question number 6. How much prize money is awarded to a Yashoda?
$1 million US.
You're clapping without me saying the question. Okay. How much prize money is awarded to a full Nobel Prize recipient in US dollars? That's $1 million US. Question number 7. Which mountain range separates Spain, Yashoda,
Pyrenees.
and France? The correct answer is Pyrenees. Question number 8. Which country has the lowest population density? Kitmi?
Mongolia.
That's the correct answer. Question number 9. Known as Fragrant Harbour in Yashoda,
Hong Kong.
in Chinese, Name the East Asian port situated on the east of Pearl River. The correct answer is Hong Kong. And question number 10, the final question. Name the only film without white,
Slumdog Millionaire.
without white or black cast to have won the Best Picture Oscar. And the correct answer is Slumdog Millionaire.
Well, Trishma, I'm in a little bit of a complex situation now. The girls from Pushpadana were answering their questions at a rate. But I feel like the girls from Girls High School Kandy, maybe they took a step back. Even if the girls answer all 10 questions, do you think they can pass us? Well, that is what I feel like, but we never know how the scores look like. Because we also have an interesting title to be given out. All that and the grand score will come your way after this short break. Keep it locked, stay tuned. This is the quarterfinals, the finals of the quarterfinals of TV1 Pentathlon Season 2.
Hello and welcome back. You are watching TV1 Pentathlon Season 2. This is the final match in our quarterfinal series between two very intelligent girls' schools, I have to say, because they have been so tightly matched with each other. We have, of course, right now the scores, but before we reveal the final scores to you, we have to find out who the pentathlete of the day is.
Well, that's right. Just like you mentioned, Trishma, it is undoubtedly a correct thing which I too seconded, because both schools were equally good. However, certain flaws of one school led to a successful attempt of another school. Well, that's how the game moves on. But now it's time for us to find out who is actually the bright one amongst the girls, which we call the pentathlete. Let's find out from our judge.
It's time to announce the pentathlete today. Actually, I went through all the performances and active participation towards your team members. Also, marks you scored individually. Today, the pentathlete is Methmi from Girls High School Kandy. Thank you.
Well, there you go. You heard the result of the pentathlete for yourself itself. Methmi, congratulations for bagging the title. But we yet need to find out whether the pentathlete was also selected from the winning school today, or is it going to be from the other side? Who is going to be the winner? Who is going to secure the spot in the top 4, as this is the finals of the quarterfinals? The decision lies with Trishma, because she has the results in her hand.
We now have the final scores at the end of round 5. Let's find out how the schools have done. We have Pushpadana Girls School Kandy. At the end of 5 rounds, their total is 247 points. And meanwhile, Girls High School Kandy, at the end of round 5, their total is the winning total today, 268 points.
So it's time for us to award the pentathlete and also move on to giving out certificates of participation, and the presentation begins with us calling our judge on stage.
Let's start off by recognizing the best player of this match. The pentathlete of the day is none other than the captain of Girls High School Kandy. Let's give it up to Methmi.
And it's also time for us to appreciate the hard work, sleepless nights, so much of working together as a team, and that is why they are here today with us in the quarterfinals, defeating almost most of the top schools in the island. So I believe before the presentation, please excuse me, because these girls deserve a big high five. Put your hands up, 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 up. So it's time for us to invite the captain and the team to come forward and receive the certificate of participation. Well, it's time for us to say goodbye, and also hats off to these amazing girls who have put up a lot of work to get here to the quarterfinals. We won't see you again, but I'm sure your experience was just great. Yes, it was great. So we are done with the quarterfinals. We'll see you again with the semi-finals. And the game is even more tough and interesting. Keep it locked, keep it tuned. This is TV1 Pentathlon Season 2.